Oak Park Blood and Zillas too. What's up, Daryl? Stud, 62-year-old professional fighter, still spry, still doing it, a badass, even at his age. I like his mind. I invited him in mine and invited him to go up the hill with me to pick up 10 to 12 pounds of marijuana that's basically waiting for me to access it at $100 a pound. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dunk it in water, uh, rehydrate it, make it look brand new, make it stinky, and then I'm going to sell it at $600 a pound and make money. I'll make $500. I'm going to get a kickback of $100 per pound to help my connect because he's going through it. But he's giving me cartel prices, so I got to show him love. And that's what I'm going to do. That's how Dan Quinn operates. If I have enough, I make sure that you do too, because I would rather have more people have fun than just me. I'm not like the typical rich who only want it for themselves and no one else. Elon Musk, you're a punk. You like Trump. He's a sex predator. He gave $5 million to Eugene Carroll because he lost in court. They found that he was guilty of molesting her inside a dressing room in the mall. And if it wasn't for his name, she would have turned in when it happened. He would have been arrested, would have been put in a PC cage because he's a fucking punk, a pervert. There's something wrong with him. Talking about fucking his daughter, straight up. Where does his mind go? I'll tell you what, he's the last straw. This is the end game of Revelations. He's the last straw the Richard Thorne has because he's a joke, okay? Mentally unfit and a failure at everything he's touched. He's increased the national debt. He's limited taxes on his rich friends, and he's done damn near nothing else except suck Putin's and Kim Jong-il's cocks, okay, take it up the ass because he wants to be one, okay? Straight up. So it goes like this. I have my tray blasted on my stomach because we're living a game, okay? It's controlled by aliens and the rich for control of Earth. And what they're doing, they're using things that we use to kill it, like the internal combustion engine, okay? All that liquid goes in and comes out of smoke. We're vanishing hydrogen. That's why water is disappearing. We have to make it illegal ASAP and everybody go electric, okay? Nothing but. And then comes my discovery, validating I'm Maitreya, validating the prophecy. I'm giving free power. You put stevia in water and blend, and it turns into a natural gas that can power engines. So people don't have to go to the pump anymore. They can just put stevia in water and put it in their advanced technology engine that they make to run off split H2O, which can be done. It's saving the planet, Elon Musk, and that's my discovery. It just so happens the exhaust turns into a connect like the fountain of youth if you remove all floating toxic soap after 2 blends. And it turns it into magic. It brings my uncle back from 6 cancerous breast tumors and obesity. He lost 74 pounds and 6 cancerous breast tumors gone in 4 months drinking my pure H2O. Magic. Type 2 diabetes was gone within hours. His blood sugar normalized, and it was part of the part of my gig. Okay, I fucked it off. I alienated him. He stopped taking stevia, stopped drinking pure H2O, and now he's dead. Just like Peachy the cat, when my mom reintroduced soap-filled water, I hadn't purified it with a blender, and she drank it, and she was dead within 30 days of congestive heart failure. So Dan Quinn has a miracle. He's going to show stevia splitting into a natural gas one more time on one of the channels, and hopefully somebody watching realizes that I'm blessing people with pounds of marijuana for helping me pay this forward. All right, pay it forward to a professor at a university They blend stevia in water, and water pops and triples in size and vanishes. Uh, that's something, okay? They had a PhD who was beautiful go, oh, wow, that's a natural gas. And I said, bing, bing, bing. I should have mentioned the violin and played it on her. She lives in Roseville. Exquisitely beautiful, blonde. I sold her a Patriot, and she BR'd within the first 3 days. So I didn't have a sale. I didn't take her to 100 orgasms. That was a failure on my part. Anyhow, uh, it goes like this. I'm coming out of retirement at 57 years of age to fight again, and I'm going to beat guys that people don't think I'm going to. Okay? I'm going to overpower them, overwhelm them with hand speed, and shock them with jabs that snap their head back and they don't even see it coming. I can do that, even though the cops pulled my arms up behind my back for such a long time. Officers Warren, Nelson, and Hernandez were working me over. Okay, they tore every muscle in connector in each shoulder. Okay, that's why I was feeble. Uh, Comparatively to what I normally am when I knock Shack Maniac Taz out. I tell you what, Taz isn't set a chance. What I was doing was shadow boxing for an hour, talking with Bryce Peeler about what I was going to do, but to stop this potential murder, because Bryce's weapon drew blood. It was so sharp. Taz's would maybe make a gouge and draw blood. It was comparatively feeble, okay? And Taz was going to go into a cell with a kid who thought his life was over. He was looking at 38 years, and he was going to take his life. So I put a stop to that, knocked Taz out. The Zillas and Nuestra Familia, or I should say Nuestra Familia and the Zillas, because Nuestra Familia comes first. They're the blessers of all that's good. Yeah, they distribute. They were chanting my name for 2.5 hours after I was gone. Okay? I made an impact. I love criminals. They're so honest and pure. They've been born on the wrong side of the tracks, and they've made it. Some have carved out quite an empire. Spider was the head of Nuestra Familia, and then somebody's ear got cut off on a back call. Damn near cut off. It was bloody everywhere. It was hanging. They had to surgically replace it. That's part of what made me admire Nuestra Familia so much. How they handle business. They don't fuck around, okay? You don't lie, steal, cheat. You keep your word. And everybody does business, and it's fine. And if I got arrested again, I wouldn't want to go among the white community because I knocked Shack Maniac Taz out in front of everybody. I wouldn't trust them that somebody would have an agenda and get me in the back, because that's what whites do. They don't, face up. They stick it in. And sometimes they're shaking your hand and grabbing your wallet at the same time, okay? Or giving you fake $100 bills, okay, for a pound of weed, and trying to play me. I knew the entire time that this punk was fucking bad, and he gave me the opportunity to prove it. He stole all my shit. It shouldn't have happened. He shouldn't have had a key to my room. But the Pickles Motel, they have no control over who has what. They've lost so many keys and shit. So I was going to originally pay $450 for 1 week in a rat-infested, filthy shambles of a room. And I got my money back. And Mustafa was going to give me $600. And he jewed it down to $200. And then he attacked me. He hit me with some kind of karate punch that looked bizarre. And he broke my glasses. He broke the frame. It was a little bitch hit, okay? Like it was from a female, a little girl. And I was laughing at myself, to myself, when he kicked me. He was trying to knock me over because he gave his best go. He hit me in the stomach, didn't bust a grape. Then he hit me with a karate chop type thing to the solar plexus in front of witnesses. Okay, I was getting attacked by a genetic defect punk at 281 Harding Avenue, Sacramento, California, 95833. I tell you what, Mustafa is well known as a worthless, no good fucking punk, a criminal who takes advantage of the poor and the needy and the helpless. And if he hit the yard, he would be punctured so many fucking times in spring leagues. They'd have to put him PC, and that's where he's going to go after I turn him in for tax evasion and for being a slumlord and for attacking me. I'll get at him through people in jail. I want to talk to my friends. Yeah, the Mexicans, they control shit. And I'll talk to them, see what's up, and see about torturing Mustafa when he's in jail, getting at him over and over and over again. Okay, drawing it out, not ending it, but making him pay for his crimes and shit. Yeah, and then paying people to slash his tires so he can never ride. It was always waiting for a tow. I could do that with a pound of weed or a kilo. I'm going to have access to it all. I'm going to become the biggest drug dealer this country's ever seen. They won't be able to stop me. My number is 916-470-1994. It's easy to remember, 470-1994. And that's the number you call for fun, okay? I'm just setting up now. I don't have product, but I have the connections and I have the wherewithal to pay it forward, pass it on, not Jew people, excuse the terminology, out of money, but give them deals that help me, help you come up and make it easier for everybody. That's what Dan Quinn's all about, is having fun, paying it forward, passing it on. So pay this forward to your friends and have them jump on board. Dan Quinn's going to start giving out marijuana ounces at a time of what he sells, okay, for $70 delivered, okay? It's pure ecstasy. It's top of the line shelf, 32%. On average, it's all different. They are master growers, and this is coming from their personals. They're hooking me up at $100 a pound. That's cartel prices, if you didn't know. So step back, Oprah Winfrey, and take a bow. I would like to do an interview with you, partly because I'm an albino. I'm black spiritually and athletically, and I'm going to use profit from billions of dollars annually to do what Lincoln should have, and reparations on 40 acres and a mule, all right? There's so many brilliant blacks that have ideas. They just don't have the wherewithal and the finances to do it. Well, I'm going to be that guy. For women, too, they're the first slaves to men because they should rule the household and call the shots. But aliens sat down and terminated every woman that knew what was up and put men in place. And look what we have now. We're on the brink of destruction. All men like to do is fucking fight. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight, okay, some of the very best and beat them up, okay, with hand speed and power, because I'll be spun on Stevie and weed, and as fast as I was in my 20s when I was a dominant and I was an alpha male and I was the 201-pound champion, Golden Gloves, Florida, as a state, I won. I knocked him out. He was out for 5 minutes. He had to go to the hospital in a stretcher, and he wasn't allowed to step into a gym and take punches for a year, okay? Head trauma. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch, and I'm going to show my fat body here soon, because I'm getting stevia, and then we'll see how quickly stevia melts me down to how I was when I fought Aaron Brink at 205, all right? When Aaron worried about me not tiring and not getting hurt by the shots, poked me in the eye on purpose to end it. Yeah, not a bold move, Aaron. You're dead. I'll talk about it because it happened. And I'll tell you what, Mrs. Worsham, Mrs. Cal Worsham, I should play the violin on you on video, showing people how easy it is to take women to 100 orgasms in an hour. A workout. She'll get exhausted at 15, 16, and take breaks. Take sips and sips and sips of something really cool and alcoholic and enhancing a little project, and maybe not use my mouth on your clit, but use my thumb and my fingers over the top and the bottom of the G-spot at the same time. Every time those fingers touch tips, it'll make you come. Okay? It's a magic miracle for sex. It should win a Nobel Prize, but they don't have an institution to do so. I won the Nobel Prize for what stevia does because I discovered it's magic, it cures, and it turns water into fuel whose exhaust can be turned into the fountain of youth. And we can theoretically bring Earth back to Eden if we get rid of the rich who are trying to kill it. And all you got to do is look around, and that's what the rich do. They're trying to war. That's all men like to do is fucking fight. What I have to do is reinstate women to save this planet and save Earth from the destruction of men, because that's what's happening. Don't you know it? Peace out.